Is this game really worth the hype? Paradox has been in early access for the past 2 days, and people are wondering, is this game going to be worth the wait? If you guys don't know, the anticipated release date is September 22nd or anywhere in late September. I've been playing the game for about 2 days with friends, so I do have second opinions on this, but in today's video, we are going to be talking about the progression, the end game content, the variety of abilities, and talk about if this game really should have you guys hyped, or is it just another Bleach game that is trying to take over because Type Soul is currently dying right now. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing a giveaway for early access at 23,000 subscribers. So let's go ahead and run that up. Make sure you watch through this entire video to get the entire perspective on this. Once again, this is my personal opinion off me playing the game for the past couple of days. But I think I have a pretty good take on where this game will be going, as I do make content on Peroxide, I make content on Type Soul, so I'm pretty familiar with how the Bleach community is going to react to a game just like this. Before touching on any topics like progression or endgame content, the first thing I want to say is the team. I want to talk about the Discord, I want to talk about the developers, because that is where most games start to lack in, bro. That is the best way to put it, and I could say for sure right now, this game has been into heavy development for about the past 7 to 9 months. I'm sure you guys might even remember that I made a video on this game early January. But the team actually listens to its community, it listens to its players, they fix bugs immediately, which is a really good thing. And you could say, hey, Yelixo, they're probably just doing that to get the people to play the game. But what I could say for certain is there has been even times where I have hit up the owner of the game and had conversations with him and told him to fix something, and he would fix it immediately, which is a really good sign. They're not egoing the testers, they're not egoing the content creators or anything like that. So that is a huge plus for the game. But hopping into the topic of progression, it looks pretty good so far. I'm not gonna lie, most of the information you could find is on the Trello. Other than that though, it really isn't too hand-holdy, so you would pretty much just need to look at that link to know exactly what's going on. But you know, we're already used to that because we have shit like Type Soul where you have to jump into a damn pit to realize that you had to do an obby underground or something, and you're not getting any of that bullshit in this game. But what I could say is the progression doesn't take too long. As of right now, there is only Shikai in the game, there is not Bankai. You can also attain Visor, which is actually pretty hard to do. You have to literally like grip like 25 players, so once the game is actually out, it will most definitely get harder and harder and harder because there's gonna be so many more players on the game right now. But the progression, it kinda is, you have a different option other than, oh, you just have to kill this many hollows. Like, there's different ways to do it. You could choose, if you like PvP, you could go ahead and fight people to get your progression. If you like PvE, you can go ahead and do some PvE stuff. And not only that, you can also just carry a guy and walk people and do like simple quests that have nothing to do with combat and go ahead and gain potential from there, which is the way of their XP in the game, which is something that I really like. And then for getting your Shikai and stuff like that, it is kind of similar to Type Soul, where you're doing like little mini games and stuff of that nature. You meditate, go ahead and talk to your inner self or whatever you want to call it, bro, and just do some quick mini game stuff to unlock your weapons. And then we have Kido, Hakuda, Speed, and sword in the game, which is Kendo right now. And you can unlock, you could go hybrids, you could do a lot of things with that. There's only so many moves in the game right now, so I wouldn't say there's too much variety when it comes to that, especially with the Shikais as well. I'm pretty sure there's only like 4 or 5 Shikais, correct me if I'm wrong. There's really, if you're gonna roll, we got 15 rolls on the early access release, and you're pretty much gonna roll fire over and over, you're gonna roll shadow over and over, and then you will get that chance to get some of those legendaries. So hopefully they do add a little bit more onto that. And the one pretty big downside for most of the Bleach game lovers is I do not think there is any works as of right now on Quincy's being added to the game. It's looking like Quincy's are getting left in the dust. I remember back in January, I asked the owners of the game, are we going to be getting Quincy's? They said, yeah, we'll probably add it before the release, but as of right now, with the lack of variety of Shikais and Reses in the game, we're probably not going to be getting Quincy's on release. They will probably add it later, which is perfectly fine. 2 races isn't too bad, to be honest. Diving into endgame content, this is one of the most important things that people look for when playing a game, especially a Bleach game, bro, because we know you can have the fun on the progression and stuff, but what the hell are you going to do after? Not everybody just wants to play ranked. But I could say this game has it covered for that. They added dungeons into the game, which is pretty tough. If you guys have played Diluvian and Deep Oaken, it's pretty familiar to that. You just go waves on waves on waves and then fight some bosses at like 10, 20 and stuff like that. So I'm really hyped about that. And then they did kind of do something similar to Taito where you do have boss raids. Right now, you can fight Big Blood, you can fight Stark, you can fight Ukiora, and then there was like one other boss that I don't even think is canon that they added to the game, which is pretty nice. And then you also have ranked, and you could go ahead and get Visored, you could go ahead and get the other extra stuff besides just having your Shikai, which is a huge plus to the game, because if they're already adding that, and then you could walk around in KT or in Soul Society or wherever, and there's little missions that you can do in there as well to gain more potential, which could give you more points towards your stats, towards your hybrid builds and stuff like that. And you do attain skill crystals, which ends up giving you the skills for whether you're sword, whether you're speed, whether you're keto. So far the progression, the end game looks really good. I personally do think, I know you guys hate having long progressions and stuff like that, but I think they need to make it a little bit harder, only because of the mere fact that you don't want to play the game and get to the end game content in one single day. Then you're just going to be like, damn, this game's just like the rest. This is hella boring. What am I supposed to do now? So I do think they should up the progression just a little bit. Now, for the comp players, for the players who only care about combat, me particularly, I'm talking about myself here, the combat is pretty good. The parry system is amazing. You can parry trade over and over. You could parry pretty much every move. I wouldn't say there's too good of a queue for it though. So they're probably going to have to work on that a little bit, which I did talk to the owner of the game about that. And then the most important thing, the biggest downside in my personal opinion, when you jump and you click that M1, bro, you will not be dashing forward, which I hope I did put a suggestion out. This could change from the release of the game, so I'm just saying as of right now for the past 2 days, having PvP with your friends, playing ranked and stuff like that is fun until you realize there's nothing that's really gap closing besides moves, so you can't like jump. In most games, I'm pretty sure I can't name one game right now where you jump an M1 and it doesn't dash you forward. You just stay in the same place. And then another thing that I really do not like about the game is the mass amount of ragdolling, bro. I would put this in the cons, bro. So you literally ragdoll off every single move. You could just literally spam your moves and ragdoll over and over. If you do get a little bit more in tune with the game though, it's not that hard to play against players like that. But for the most part, like if you're playing a blood user, bro, and you're a close range rampage user, bro's just gonna back up, blow you the hell up with the blood moves and stuff like that. So I would say they do need to work on the combat a little bit, but as far as M1's animations, moves, skill sets, and parrying goes, the game looks absolutely amazing visually. It feels good, it feels right, but I think they need to take out that ragdolling, and they need to most definitely add in an airstrike as well. So is the game good? Yes, I would say the game is pretty good. I wouldn't say it has too much longevity as of right now, but they do have 20 or 10, 15 days to work with it, give or take. And hopefully they do add a little bit more end game content. Hopefully they do add in Bankais. I heard they are going to be adding partial resurrections. They have resurrections right now. For the most part, it's good, but in 2 days you could be completely finished with the game and just do boss raids over and over. They give you, I don't know if there's too many accessories in the game, but we have all attained pretty much the same, or we'll end up getting duplicates and stuff like that. So I think it just needs to add a little bit more variety into the game, more reses, more everything in the game. Is this game going to release to a lot of players? I think most definitely. I could see it releasing to 30 to 50,000 players, give or take. A lot of people have been joining the Discord. It's running up to the hundreds of thousands soon. I do think they chose a really good time to release this game because we all know the state that Peroxide or Type Soul is in right now. Sorry. There's really no other Bleach game that could compete right now, and everybody is really hyped for this game. My entire comment section, like 300 comments, are all hyped on this game releasing. Will it be paid access? A lot of you guys have been asking me. No, it will not be paid access. I talked to the owner. I even tried convincing him for y'all. I was literally like, bro, a lot of people would probably pay for it, want to play it early and stuff, but you know, he doesn't want the money. He just wants everybody to enjoy the game. He doesn't want too many people testing it with the bugs going on right now and stuff like that. So it will not be paid access, so I would say expect it to be in late September. And let me know if you guys want to see, let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if you guys want to see that a wrong card progression come out, but that is my honest thoughts on the game as of right now with how Paradox is going. But I'm really hyped to see it come out. I will be posting more content on it. I still have Visor to get. I still have Res to get. A lot of people have been saying the holo progression is pretty crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below if I hit or miss on any of these takes. And I'm going to catch y'all boys in the next one. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. As always, it's your boy Yulixo. Peace.